The liver detox industry is worth over $1 billion. The promise? Flush away toxins in days. But here's the truth. It's one of the biggest health scams of our time. Your liver is like your body's main cleaning machine. It takes food and drink you put in, cleans out harmful stuff, and makes important things your body needs. And it does all of this every second of your life. No detox kit is required. But the wellness industry wants you to believe otherwise. They say your liver is clogged, jammed, bad. They say you need their expensive teas, pills, supplements, technique to reset it. Today, let's look how they trick you and what the science really shows. The global liver supplement market is booming, worth nearly $1 billion. And still growing. Shiny bottles fill store shelves with words like cleanse, flush, and repair. But here's the catch. These products are not regulated like medicines. They don't have to prove that they work. All they need is a single line. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. That's all it takes to legally sell you a false promise. And by the way, I've put a link to an informative YouTube video about this exact scam industry in the description. But please, watch that after finishing this video, otherwise YouTube will think you lost interest, and my small YouTube channel will get demotivated. Let's pull back the curtain. How do they convince millions of people to buy stuff that doesn't work? They follow a playbook. Step 1. Vague promises. They warn about toxins, but they never actually name these toxins. Believe me, I am a licensed medical doctor. In all my years of medical study and clinical practice, I have never once crossed a condition where the liver is clogged with toxins and needs a detox tea. Here's the trick. We all know the liver processes drugs, alcohol, and chemicals we consume. The industry takes that fact and twists it. They want you to picture those chemicals piling up and getting stuck inside the liver like sludge in a pipe. Then they sell you the idea that you need their product to flush it out. They also quietly exploit another fear, the growing epidemic of fatty liver disease, also called NAFLD. They imply their supplements will prevent or fix it. But as we'll see later, that is completely false. Step 2, borrowed science. They wave around research studies to look credible. But look closely. Most of these studies are in mice or petri dishes, then without evidence. They imply the same results happen in humans. That's not science. That's marketing dressed up as science. Step 3, pick an interesting, common, natural herbs. Turmeric, dandelion. They sound natural. They sound safe. And yes, some lab studies show interesting effects in rat and petri dishes. But none of them is tried successfully in large, peer-reviewed clinical trials with real patients. And here's the part they won't tell you. Some of these same herbs have been directly linked to liver damage. That's right. Products marketed to protect your liver can actually harm it. Step 4. Fear tactics. They know guilt sells. So after a weekend of alcohol or junk food, they whisper, "Your liver is toxic. You need a cleanse." And once you're worried, they slide in their so-called cure. What the science actually says, your liver already has a built-in detox system. Every second of every day, it filters your blood, breaks down alcohol, neutralizes chemicals, and converts waste into forms your body can safely remove. It doesn't store toxins like a dirty sponge. It processes them and clears them out constantly. No shake, no powder, no 7-day cleanse can do that job better. In fact, your liver is doing more in 1 minute than any detox tea could do in a lifetime. Johns Hopkins hepatologists state clearly, liver cleanses are not recommended. Why? Because the science isn't there. There are no large, peer-reviewed clinical trials proving that cleanses reverse liver damage. Not one that meets the standards of real medicine. And here's the irony. Some detox products marketed as liver-safe have themselves been reported to cause drug-induced liver injury. That means people actually end up in hospital from the very supplement they bought to protect their liver. Think about that. The organ that protects you from toxins is being harmed, not by alcohol or prescription drugs in these cases, but by supplements sold as detox cures. Real liver problems. Meanwhile, a real liver epidemic is spreading rapidly. It's called fatty liver disease, now renamed MASLD. That stands for metabolic dysfunction-associated steatotic liver disease. According to the American Association for the Study of Liver Diseases, fatty liver affects nearly 1 in 4 adults globally, and the causes are not toxins. They're well documented: obesity, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, high cholesterol and triglycerides, and physical inactivity. Their guidelines for management of this condition are crystal clear. Here's what they recommend for patients with MASLD. Weight loss. Even a 5% reduction in body weight improves fat in the liver. Losing 7 to 10% reduces inflammation. And losing 10% or more can even reverse fibrosis. Fibrosis is the scarring that leads to cirrhosis. Exercise. At least 150 minutes per week of moderate activity, like brisk walking. Or 75 minutes of vigorous activity, like running. Resistance training, lifting weights, also helps reduce liver fat, even without weight loss. Dietary pattern. A Mediterranean-style diet, rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, fish, nuts, and olive oil, has proven benefits for reducing liver fat and improving heart health. Alcohol. For patients with fatty liver, alcohol should be avoided completely. Here's one of the simplest and maybe most surprising recommendations in the guideline: coffee. Studies consistently show that people who drink coffee regularly have lower risks of liver inflammation, fibrosis, cirrhosis, and even liver cancer. The guideline recommends drinking about 3 cups of coffee per day is associated with less advanced liver disease. It doesn't need to be fancy or expensive. Both caffeinated and decaffeinated coffee show benefits, though the strongest data are for caffeinated. And it's not about detoxing. It's about bioactive compounds in coffee, like polyphenols and diterpenes, that reduce inflammation, fight oxidative stress, and may protect liver cells from injury. So while detox teas waste your money, ordinary coffee from your kitchen is actually protective. Of course, the guideline also cautions, don't load it with sugar syrups or heavy cream. The benefit comes from coffee itself, not a 500-calorie dessert drink. And here's the major update. The FDA has now approved new medications that target metabolism and liver fat directly, based on large, peer-reviewed clinical trials. But look at what's missing. Not a single detox tea. Not a single cleanse powder. Not one of them is in the American Society's guidelines. Because when it comes to real liver care, evidence beats empty marketing. The liver detox industry sells you fear. But your liver doesn't need a cleanse. It needs healthy choices and real medical care if you're at risk. Don't buy false hope. Buy time by protecting your liver the science-based way. If you learned something new today, please leave a like and a comment. I'm still a small YouTube channel, and your support really helps. When you interact, YouTube shows this video to more people who actually need this information. And if you want more science-backed health videos, fast, don't forget to subscribe. Tell me in the comments, which health or detox myth should I expose next?